My topic today is going to be patient data privacy and security, but specifically ransomware. To begin, what is ransomware? Ransomware is a type of malware that gains access to devices and the data stored on it and uses it with the intent to force the health facility to send money. There are three crucial steps to ransomware. First, the hackers gain access to the systems and networks. Sometimes the criminal group will do this by flooding the system with attempts to enter it, then leading it to crash. Once they gain access, the malware can be activated. Devices will become locked to providers and they will no longer be able to access data. After they have absolute control over the systems, they will demand a ransom to be paid. Typically, they'll ask for this to be paid in an untraceable way, like Bitcoin. Next, how often do these ransomware attacks happen? According to the Health and Human Services Cybersecurity Program, there were 82 ransomware attacks globally in the year of 2021 by the month of June. 48 of them, which is roughly 58% of the total attacks, were against healthcare entities in the United States. How is this currently affecting healthcare? A recent malware incident was on October 28, 2020, against the University of Vermont Health Network. The hackers did not appear to breach any health information, but they still needed to bring down networks and softwares, causing providers to lose access to electronic health records, patient portals, email systems, and internet connections. Due to this issue that lasted weeks, appointments were missed, diagnostic tests could not be run, and life-saving care was not delivered in multiple cases. What are the ethical implications of ransomware? Whether to pay the ransom or to not pay the ransom is the biggest ethical issue that is faced. Ethically, ransom should not be paid as public trust could be lost, legal implications could follow depending on the jurisdiction, and it's essentially fueling criminal behavior. However, morally, one might be inclined to pay the ransom as patient lives are on the line. There are also societal implications of ransomware. If the ransom is paid, this can negatively affect the financial status of the institution. Ransoms on institutions are significantly higher than those asked of individuals. Global losses are around $100 million and increasing. For institutions, these incidents are affecting their brand and reputation, which will then affect them financially, whether they pay the ransom or not. An institution that pays the ransom is even more financially affected. However, there are preventative measures that can be taken to combat ransomware. A healthcare facility could ask for the aid of security experts. These experts can then conduct check-ins to see how their system is functioning and detect any attempts at ransomware attacks. These experts can also install updates so that the system is changing and having the best, most up-to-date security possible. They can also add more access layers like end-to-end encryption so that it's more difficult for the hackers. Staff could also help protect patient data and privacy by being told signs of ransomware at meetings like sketchy links or calls asking for sensitive information. Another form of education is participating in programs like cybersecurity first responder training and data breach and blackmail prevention program, so that if there is an attack, everyone is as educated as they possibly can be and much better able to handle this than if they did not take those programs. Lastly, there should be an incident response plan in place, like how to get the aid of law enforcement and having ways to delete data so that it cannot be copied by the hackers. While there are measures that can be taken to avoid this issue happening, there are still challenges. While data being guarded by layers of security is good, this also makes it hard to access in a timely manner for providers. While this is fine for a different institution like a bank, it can have consequences in a healthcare institution. Providers need to have quick and reliable access to patient data in case of emergencies. Also, preventative measures are still absolutely necessary, but instances can be unpredictable and unstoppable. As mentioned earlier, a sudden flood of sign-in attempts crashing a system happens so fast and is out of control of healthcare providers. To conclude, the only future direction of ransomware is to be improved by hackers and by security experts. As of now, there is no stopping ransomware attacks from happening, especially with technology constantly improving. However, security experts and healthcare personnel will continue to educate themselves on the good parts and bad parts of technology and come up with ways to protect themselves and their patients. And these are my sources. Thank you.